Hello, everybody, and welcome.
There is a national air guitar competition.
We should do it. We should do it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the We Only Do One Take podcast. It's the only northern suburbs of Melbourne-based podcast that is a complete shit show. I am Turch, and as always, is my co-host and CEO, and the most handsome male swimsuit model you have ever seen.
Thank
it's
you.
Kieran.
Thank you very much. Once I wore Speedos, right?
Yep. Well,
True story.
That you and Tony Abbott can really fight it out for who's number one.
Every
in that
summer
space.
I would go to the beach, right? When I was a hell of a
Poor
lot,
beachgoers.
before I was a lot fitter then, and I'd wear one of those like Springer wetsuits, so like my arms would get tanned and my legs would get tanned, and then I'd go back. February would come and it'd be like swimming squad season, and I'd be in my Speedos and I'd have this like sick tan, but then I'd be like pale, like it was a really weird look.
I can't imagine you ever being tan. That's one of those things. And with us today, is a guest that we've been sort of, I've been trying to get on for a while. It's always one of those things where you try to sync things up and then some bad things happen. Last week, I did put up a post about some family stuff. It was about my nonna, my lovely nonna. She had to go to hospital. She's all good now. Mm-hmm. So everyone, please, thank you for all your kind wishes. I got a few kind wishes from that. But today,
hang on, which hospital?
Local.
Like north? Are we talking like down the road here, or are we talking the Austin?
We're talking down the road here.
Okay.
Yes.
I can't help you on the coffee situation, but when I was with my friend at the Austin, I knew where to get the best coffee. So if anyone goes to the Austin hospital, hit me up, because I
knew where to get the best coffee as well, and I got it at my house. But today we have a very special guest, and I don't want to underrepresent him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes I try to write notes about guests and I fuck it up because I don't give him the full credit. Mm-hmm. So he is a rapper, a singer, a producer, and who released his album last year called Purple Flowers, and he just released an EP on the 26th of April, or the 6th of April?
6th of April.
6th of April, so my mistake, which is also fantastic. Available on Spotify and available on a whole bunch of other...
The YouTube
as well. Please welcome, big round of applause for Mr. IKE Major.
Woo!
Thanks for having me.
We'll insert a cheers here.
Yeah. I will. Yeah. So, Ike and I have known each other for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I've always been excited about the stuff he does. Like, me not being the biggest, I don't know hip-hop that much, but when I started to get into it, and I knew he started to record some stuff, had to listen to his stuff, and I could hear all these fantastic things, what he was doing on his side there. Very interesting, very lovely. I could hear...
appreciate it. Thank you.
No, that's all right. So, if you don't know what he sounds like, for me, he sounded a cross between Drake, Kanye West, and a hint of Frank Ocean. And if you don't know...
Yo, that's...
and if you don't know who those...
I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not.
That is a compliment, yeah.
Yeah. No, so... Maybe because those are the big artists that I know, and that's you know what I mean as well.
Is it just like the main like hip hop artists that you just listen to?
Well, look, I do listen to others, but those are definitely like the Drake influence. I could definitely hear. Yeah. Like when we chatted before you came on, you're like, yeah.
Frank Ocean's not a hip hop.
He's sort of in that in between.
Yeah, his hip hop is R&B and soul.
Okay.
Mix. So
right, cool. Because I just know the business side of things. That's all I'm here for.
The business side of music. Jeez. Man, this is going to be one weird episode.
I am out of my depth. Look, my microphone was backwards just before we started,
Far out. Well, look, Kieran, as we do with every episode, we start with the rant. Mm-hmm. And I've been on a rant spree recently.
Oh, okay.
Because... I don't know what it is, but everything has just been pissing me off lately. Maybe I'm getting old. I don't know what it is. That lovely turning, getting older and stuff like that.
I know, turning 18 is really hard, isn't it?
Look at this beard. This is 2 days of growth. But, one of the things that we pride ourselves here at the We Only Do One Take podcast.
Mm-hmm. I just want to point out that when you do turn 16, Turch, that hormones start to change. So you can get a little bit more grumpy.
Oh, look at that. I might even grow a couple of inches taller as well. That'd be really nice. But one of the things that, we do here at the Only Do One Take podcast is we vet the news that we read. Mm-hmm. And we make sure it's actually real. We don't, we check all this sort of stuff. So one thing that I'm sure, Ike brought in some news for us today. You've brought in some news for us today, and I've obviously brought in some news for us today. But one of the things we do is go to lots of news websites, check out the news, read the news, not just like for this show, but obviously for ourselves as well.
That's right.
I'm starting to get sick of news websites.
Really?
And it's not for...
I'm not telling you the source where I get my news from.
But the reason why I'm getting sick of news websites is because of these sort of things. So you get onto a news website, you see an article, it's always a clickbaity sort of article, and that's the first strike. I'm like, okay, it's clickbaity, look, I've got to read it anyway. Mm-hmm. And then it comes up. Before you even see the headline, we see that you are using an ad block. Please, while on our site, please unlist that on your ad block to see some of our content. That's a big strike for me. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I don't use it. What's an ad block?
So, like, you don't use ad block?
No. How do you get an ad block?
Oh, my goodness. You want to explain that one? So, like, on your Google Chrome or your Safari and stuff like that, you can download add-ons.
Yeah. I just sort of skip around the ads.
Yeah,
My attention doesn't go anywhere near the ads because I know they're ads. I just sort of follow the trail around the ads.
Well, you can actually get software that, like, stops the ads from showing up.
Ah, how much did you pay for that software?
Free.
No,
it's
it's
absolutely
free.
free.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
free.
like
Yeah, there's ad block. There's
It's an
ad block.
extension, right?
Yeah, it's an extension
free.
on your...
Why are they not charging for it?
It's because nice people are lovely, you know?
Sorry, I'm just...
That's all right. So, that's the first thing that comes up. And then you see something else, like you close that one down. That's all right. You think, okay, one thing's not too bad. Then you open, and then you see another one. Please accept our cookies on our site. Okay, that's annoying because that's going to...
Which is blatant fault advertising because they never provide cookies.
Well, that and they can help read all your data because that means they can go through some of your other stuff. So you're like, no, I don't want to do that. And then, the last one, hey, you're using an ad blocker. Did you know you can just donate $5 to our site and you'll never have to see ad blocks again? You never have to see advertisements again and you won't have to use ad blocks? That's when it starts to get fucking annoying. She's like, no, I'm not going to donate any money to your site. You're already making money off advertisements.
Which you're not seeing.
Which I'm not seeing because I don't want to...
Therefore, they're not making any money off
That's their problem.
Turch.
I don't care. And then the final thing happens. An unskippable, unstoppable, playable video with loud sounds and an advertisement before the video even starts playing that you can't click out of. And then you go, you know what? I'll just scroll down the page. It'll stop. And then it gets shifted into the bottom left or right-hand corner and it still keeps playing. And it still fucking goes on. It still plays the advertisement and then the advertisement stops and then suddenly has to load for like 10 seconds to get to the actual video that they want you to show, that shows the actual news.
But they've actually figured it out. They've actually figured it out because they know the shortest amount of time that they need to play an ad, right? Then they know the maximum amount of time that no one will continue to watch the video. But just slightly under that maximum amount of time is your I'm really annoyed.
Yeah.
But they get maximum dollars. See, this is why I'm the business CEO person. I understand this.
And how's our bank balance looking for the We Only Do One Take podcast?
It's in the negative. But it's first
How's
2
the cash
years.
flow?
First 2 years, you're always in negative. Then we'll skyrocket. Then we'll do an IPO launch. Actually, we should do a reverse merger with a Chinese company.
Okay. I will learn my best Mandarin. And we will get this going. But you know what I worked out? That
2 plus 2 equals 4?
Well, news sites these days have become what porn sites were 15 years ago.
Ah.
Do you remember as being a young man, like, yeah, I'm going to get on, I'm going to look at that porno. Finally doing it, yeah, this and that. And then you get like a pop-up.
No one's home because I'm
no one's home.
The computer's the one computer in the house.
I'm going to like clean up. And then like, you know, suddenly you click on like a Pornhub or something like that. And we love Pornhub here, by the way.
We do. They're sponsors of the show.
I fuck with that.
And then you click on, and then you get like 3 pop-ups. One's for Viagra, one's for like grow your penis. One is for like, have sex with slutty singles and stuff like that. And it's just like, no, close all these down. I just want to watch the video, and the video takes forever to load because they've got an advertisement. And then they say, please unblock your cookies, or don't be in incognito mode, or update your internet because it's got an older version or your older flash or something like that.
When did you learn about incognito mode?
That's when Google Chrome came out. That was one of the selling points.
The first thing that you
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how I read the news. I don't mind when people seeing my porn, what I watch, but what I read in the news, that's completely private.
Oh, okay. No, fair enough.
But yeah, news sites these days, just to read an article, have become what porn sites used to be, like, 10 years ago.
So basically what you're saying is they're about 20 years behind the porn industry.
I think every sort of industry, especially with the digital age that's come through, is always going to be behind the porn industry. I mean, think of video. Video was decided either Betamax or VHS because the porn industry went, gone to VHS.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the same for DVD over high definition DVD and Blu-ray, sorry. Like, which one's going to take over?
They've chosen virtual reality now.
And now they're choosing virtual reality. And the only reason why virtual reality, people still putting money into it, is this, 3D virtual reality porno.
That would be... I haven't experienced that yet.
Yo,
I haven't either.
Okay.
Okay, wait, no, you can go.
So I've got the PlayStation one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't used it yet.
Oh, hey.
So, I'm being real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we'll use it very soon.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I went over to my mate's house and he's got like a like the Oculus one.
Oh, yeah, the
It's
Oculus Rift.
crazy because
Yeah.
it's got like sensors around the whole room. So this dude's got like a full room for it, and apparently like it's pretty lit.
That's awesome.
But
So I've got to try that sort of stuff out. We've got a friend that does that sort of stuff. So,
I've tried the Oculus Rift.
yeah.
And I was in a game. I wasn't very good because I wear glasses, but then you put the virtual reality headset on, and I've got to take my glasses off, so it's all blurry. So I can't really play this game. But I teleported up onto this skyscraper, and I looked down, and then I felt like I was falling.
it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. But trying to kill zombies when you just can't see is really hard.
Yeah.
That's
There's
great.
this one game where it's just like the whole room is pitch black, and then out of the way that the distance and the perception of the depth is, you see him start crawling up to you, just from pitch black, and all you've got is 2 guns and minimum ammo, and you scream, man. You scream.
Oh, yeah.
I hit my mate's wall, man. I got way too into it, but apparently it should have the first thing you should do is calibrate it properly.
Yeah.
Because you can start hitting shit and you could knock someone out.
See,
No. If you knock someone out, it's not your fault.
That's exactly
They need to be
true.
aware that you are in virtual reality world
Exactly.
and to stay the fuck away from you.
That's true.
But you can also dack someone while they're doing virtual reality.
Oh yeah, for sure.
have you ever seen those videos of people who are in virtual reality and they have the TV screen in front of them so you could watch what they see?
Yeah, that's how it's set up.
And then you just see them do flailing their arms or falling to the ground, and you're just laughing because nothing's really happening to them. I think we should find someone that does have that virtual reality stuff and take some videos of us and put it up on
Got to go to Niall's house.
Niall's house.
Niall's house.
Done.
Yeah.
Let's do it. But like I said, I can't wait till virtual reality comes. I can't wait till Pornhub have their own news site, because I think it's going to be fantastic. I think everything is eventually going to migrate from all these other sites. Like Facebook is going to close down. I think I made this joke to Jess, but I think it's becoming more and more real the time goes on. I think men are gonna I'm sort of sick of Facebook. I really don't get Instagram. I think men are gonna just go, you know what? They're either gonna stay on LinkedIn, because apparently that's a majority of men there. I think they're just gonna go, well, look, I'll just make a Pornhub account or something like that, and just migrate there, because they know that whatever they post, they're never gonna get banned. Mm-hmm. They're never gonna get annoyed. They can do whatever jokes that they want. And most of the time, no annoying girl's going to take photos and go, "Oh, look at me at the beach," and it's a picture of their feet or something like that. I think eventually, all this social media is going to go onto porn sites, and I think that's the way that's the way forward for us.
That's the future.
As the society.
That's the future.
I think we should start. You know what?
Yo,
we only
Instagram's pretty close.
yeah.
Like the stuff that all these
That's soft porn, really.
That is
Instagram.
pretty
soft
much,
porn, yeah.
like-
I need the worst of the worst.
Okay. Aye.
I think we're gonna go even further. But you know what? I think that we should start that the We Only Do One Take podcast.
Yeah.
A combined pornographic
Mm-hmm.
shit posting
Yeah.
social media site.
There you go. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We've got so many great initiatives here
And
at the We Only Do One Take podcast.
It's got the title right there.
Speaking of porn and sex-related things, sex attacker who has no penis duped women into having sex with unknown object for years after lying about having a manhood. Carlos de la Cruz was in a relationship with both women when he pretended to have sex with them by using an unknown implement instead of his willy. A sex attacker tricked two of his partners into thinking they were having intercourse despite him not having a penis. Carlos de la Cruz, 35, hoodwinked both women.
Do that again.
Maybe. Carlos de la Cruz, 35,
Beautiful.
hoodwinked both women for years by repeatedly... I know that. Stupid article. Anyway, the shocked victims...
Hoodwinked.
The shocked victims were both left in extreme pain, eventually alerted cops when they discovered their lover had been lying to them.
Wow.
Yo, I saw that. I saw that one, and I was just like, how can you not?
Obviously, he only had sex in the
No,
dark.
yeah,
with
that's
both
what he
of these
said.
women.
So like, apparently that dude said, "Oh, I'm not comfortable in my body, so do you mind if I turn off the lights?"
well, he's not comfortable with his body because he's a bloody Ken doll.
Yeah, well, that's.
I'm still trying to find out what it was.
I don't think they're going to tell you.
No.
That's a pretty elaborate ruse because that means he could never have sex at his partner's house.
I have to admit, this is hilarious. One of the police officers is called Miss Cockburn.
and all those
Get your mind out of the gutter, Turch.
and all those women had horrible injuries in that area. Was that right? That was
Well,
early
Miss
on.
Cockburn added that the women suffered thrush following the love-making sessions
damn
with
it.
Dela Cruz. Yes, the couple split in 2016 after the women informed the police in May that year after she had learned Del Cruz had been lying to her and did not have a penis.
That is a fantastic lie to get away with.
I know, that is a brilliant lie to get away with.
I can get away with a lot, but I don't think I can get away with that. That's some real top class bullshitting.
So this means that the police, in part of their investigation, have to be like, well, we've got to determine whether he's got a penis or no penis. Like, or we've got to send him off to a medical examination.
Yeah. I want to know how...
You know, and being government, the person who wrote that report, filed the report, would have been pages upon pages to come to that conclusion. He has no penis.
How many times would you have to know? How many times would you have had to have sex with this man?
It must have been pitch black.
It must have been pitch black.
Because
but
when you turn it over, man, like what they're saying.
I just want to know how many times they had sex with this man and they went, oh, I don't think... Like, how many times did they have to have sex with the man until they realised it wasn't a penis?
Yeah.
No idea, but a few.
It would have to be. Like, you can't just... wouldn't the first time, just be like, yeah, that's not a penis. Like, I've never had a penis inside me before, so I couldn't tell you. But you sort of know what things feel like, I'd assume.
You would think that they would have probably had a few penises in them.
I don't
and
know.
known that... Well, they both complained that it was painful.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, top journalism here at the We Only Do One Take Porncast.
Porncast, yeah. Can we please change our name for this episode?
I think we've got the name.
That's fantastic. Oh, while we have been talking about porn, how about we talk about Ike Major's career?
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
So, tell us about your porn career, Ike.
Well, like I said, I found out about Ike because I've known him for quite a while. We've actually played music together a very long time ago, funnily enough. And then the next time I hear about him, he's not doing anything related to jazz or big band music. He's doing R&B and hip hop. So let's take it all back. What made you get in, like, I guess, change from jazz and big band sort of stuff into hip hop? Was that love always there, or what was the inspiration to sort of move across?
You know, like, it's a weird story because High School Musical.
Mm-hmm.
I legit took a day off to watch that, like, all day.
Okay, so what year were you in?
I can't remember, but I think it must have been year 7, year 8.
Okay, year 7, year 8, taking a day off, which
day
is
off.
legitimate to watch High School
fine.
Musical. All right,
But I just faked a sickie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal. Good.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
all done a sickie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like I committed to it.
Yeah.
So so I just waited till like everyone was out of the house and just smashed it the whole day. And I never really thought that, I'd be interested in music and that kind of, pop music,
Mm.
because all I've been listening to is pretty much like on radio, and so what happened was one day I just started writing my own songs, self-learned guitar.
Yep.
So I never told anyone because obviously I was playing trumpet at the time.
Yep.
And I started piano actually when I was in prep.
So
but-
music's always been something that's
Yeah,
been around
yeah.
the house. You've
Yeah,
had
like-
instruments around. Did your family play at all? Or
Yeah,
was it-
my dad is a musical, like, he's a freak. He loves instruments. Like, he's
Yep.
got like 10, 11 guitars.
Oh, there you go.
A grand piano. Yeah, he's got like a sitar. He's got he even makes his own musical instruments.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like that's mainly because he showed me music, and I guess I was around that energy, and with the R&B, I used to listen to a lot of like Usher and Chris Brown and.
That's not like that early mid 2000s sort of early hip hop.
it was
like
early.
it was coming onto the radio.
So I didn't understand it because it wasn't getting radio play that much.
Mm.
And then out of just curiosity, I wanted to learn about like poetry and see how that mixes with sounds and like R&B sounds. So someone at uni told me, you need to check the R&B and the soul world and dive into that more, where I was pretty much all high school life was about pop and all that. And then I got into R&B and I really enjoy the sounds. I did like hip hop dancing in high school and stuff like that. But what I really enjoyed was just out of I can't even explain it. Like one day I was just listening to rap, and I'm like, oh, let me try this. So I would just go on YouTube and just go, hip hop beats and play the beats and just write what I was feeling. And I don't think I had many stories then because I didn't, like I may have just had one girlfriend or something. I may have had just, a few issues going on. But when I went to uni, and a lot of stuff happened.
Yep.
And I guess if you listen to my stuff, it's all about like, now look at it, it's just like either heartbreak or the passion of music or family. And that's how I got here.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So for you, it's I guess putting yourself out there that you're doing this R&B, right?
Yeah.
And these stories. Is it confronting to put those stories out?
Okay, so I can give you a recent example
Yeah, sure.
where, there's positives and there's negatives. All right. So, I've had, like, I'm not boasting or anything like that, but I've had people that have found me out, as in, like, family, friends, or mates, where they just want to connect with me because of my music and what I portray in that, I guess, is too real. And people just want that to be like, oh yeah, this guy can sing, this guy can rap, he's just cool and stuff like that. And I love your music and I love your voice and stuff like that, which is crazy, but it's good, obviously, when it comes to that life, you know. But I did have like a Tinder date, right? And we first started talking like, you know, well, what are your interests? What are your plans? What do you do for work and stuff? And obviously, you know, she went straight to my Facebook and went straight into, oh, who's this? Like, your name's Ike, right? And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, oh, so you actually have like a, you know, like cover name, sorry, band, like musician, persona.
Yeah.
And she just dived into my music and asking shit about all the words that I've been writing, and all the things that I was talking about, where it was just affecting her in a way where she's just like, oh, like, I think you're a player and shit like that. And I'm like, well, that's obviously not me, but
it's a character that you portray within the music.
Yeah,
so like,
it's the way I deliver my, like, everything I say is true. Like, I'm not gonna talk shit, but it's the way that I deliver it. It just makes me sound different. And that's another reason why I keep my, you know, myself away from the persona, even though I love it. It just doesn't work in this world if you're gonna mix it together. But yeah, like, because I put so much in it, like you were asking me, where I do write experiences and things like that. I do get people that go, oh man, you really hurt, right? You really hurt. Like, you know.
I think a lot of the time, I mean, you know, coming from playing guitar and all that sort of stuff, you play guitar for people, or you play music for people, you show something that you write, and you're right, people don't seem to understand that the art form sometimes is the way to express a feeling or an idea that you don't know how to put into words, but it's not exactly how you're feeling, it's just that idea that you have in your mind that you want to express, or you see something, you could see something that inspires you, both negatively and positively, or, you know, in a sad way, or in a happy way, or in an angry way, and you can put that all through your music, and you can write something, or you can play something, or you can create something, or write a bunch of words that relate to that feeling, or that emotion, or that, you know, whatever it is, that inspiration. But it doesn't actually mean it's, you know, it is part of you. It's always going to be, because that's, you created it.
Yeah.
But it's almost secondary. Like, that's that persona of yourself being expressed in a positive way, in a creative way. And that's really important to have when it comes to creating any kind of art. And I'm sure that's, you know, that I think that's what you're sort of getting at.
Yeah.
I'm trying to...
Yeah.
See, I like music for the passion.
Yeah.
The passion that gets... And I mean, this is the interesting thing about music. You write something, you know, that you, whatever it was 3 years ago, that was something that happened 3 years ago. It's not necessarily related to today. Exactly. But it's still a bloody awesome song.
But you know what, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, going into your past and even writing stories about your past, looking back at it retrospectively can sometimes bring out different feelings, different emotions. And, you know, like, I've written stuff that, you know, 5-6 years ago, and only recently I've sort of gone, oh, do I remember how to play that?
Yeah.
You re-record it. It's the same song to a degree, but it recorded in a different way. And suddenly it just takes on a different life.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure you come back to lyrics in that sort of regard.
Oh, for sure. Like, I've still got lyrics that I wrote in, you know, year 11.
Yeah.
That I've used.
How do you know a song's ready? How do you know, like, this, I'm going to release this track? Because there's elements of people I've spoken to, perfectionism, where it's, like, really hard to release it. There's others where it's like, I'm dumping it. And then there's...
Okay. So, it depends on the person you are. If you want a song that you want to make sure that everyone knows that you've put your all into it, or whether it's just something that you've just, you know, cooked up quickly and just sent. The first track of my album, I recorded it, must have been like 60 times, because I just didn't hear sound like.
I was gonna say what's in your mind didn't come out onto the digital workstation.
I'm finding it hard to express because it's something that, you know, you may like it. Like, you know, I used to send it. That's a crazy thing. I used to send it to people and be like, hey guys, here's a snippet. What do you think? And they'll be like, yeah, it's awesome, and stuff like that. But I'll be like, to me, it doesn't sound right. Like, I can make it more.
Well, friends are always biased as well.
No, exactly.
I mean, that's one of the things when you ask for feedback from friends.
Exactly. I've got this one mate though, who will tell me 100% if he likes it or not. He'll tell me it's shit. You know.
Yeah.
Or he'll tell me you can do better. It sounds rushed, or it sounds unfinished. Where he knows that there have been times where I've just recorded something quickly because I'm like, I haven't put too much effort into it.
Or you just wanted to put an idea down.
Yeah, I want to put an idea down and then just record it on that day.
See, to you, is it more important to get the music right for you, or is it about the exposure?
I feel like, what's the point of the exposure if I don't have my music right and it's not sounding well to me? So, like, if I don't, whatever I have, you know, online and everything that's out there, like, that's going to be there forever. Like, you know, like well, hopefully I have some kids. Hopefully, like, I don't have multiple with different, like baby mamas or whatever. But, you know, it's there. Yeah. And I put everything into all the tracks that I've made, because I'm a perfectionist, I guess, in a way where I want it sounding right. I want, even when I do my ad-libs, like, you guys know what ad-libs are?
Sort of making things up on the spot kind of sort of stuff, or more of a...
Yeah, it's like in a certain beat, if you go, you know, like, yeah, damn.
Yeah.
You know.
So pretending to be Little John.
Yeah, that's it. But not with that, like, that crazy...
Yeah.
Like, I love Little John, but, like, not that intense.
Not
that intense. Yeah.
I'm going down to the beach to get some fish and chips, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, is the ad-lib.
I think I can get a feature.
If we combined, it would be like ding 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 ding.
You know what's crazy though? Like, I've had people come over. Like, yeah, I won't say what we had. But,
you get really drunk.
Yeah.
We're on the internet,
that,
buddy boy.
Yeah, that's it.
You have some
that's
red cordial.
Yes.
Some green grass.
What? I don't. Okay. So, you know, I would get people over and we'll just be like, I've got to set up at home as well. That I'll just record my unfinished tracks, or even if I wake up, like I sound like cliche, but if I've got an idea in my head, I just pretty much get out of bed and just record that thought, save it in a file, more than writing it, because I know the way that I want to articulate it over a beat, or, you know, that whatever lyric I've written is good for the beat.
I was going to say, like, you know, having recording equipment always available, especially to me as a musician. Like, you know, when I wrote for example, I wrote the music, like the theme tune for the song, for the podcast, and that was all done.
It's great, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But that was done like really
approved by the CEO, of course.
but that was done like super quick. Like, that riff came to me super quick, and sometimes, like, I just need to record all of that now. Like, there's no, I can't wait until the end of the day, or I can't wait till tomorrow when I can set things up 100% properly. I just need to get everything down on in a recording software or down somewhere. And doing it like that actually for me made it sound great, because I could feel like the energy of the time period. Like, you know, that point in time I was excited by this little piece. You know, it's 10, 15 seconds long.
Yeah.
But that 10, 15 seconds I was excited to record every single part of that. And that's something that's really important that you can't really notate down on a piece of paper or in sheet music or anything like that. Sometimes the only way, like you said, is just to click the record button and just do it, and then sort of work backwards to work out how you're going to make that sound the way you want in your head.
That's the thing. Like, that's the, I guess, beauty of music is that you could have the idea and the thought and the lyrics written out, and the instrumental, or the production behind it. Have one track that you want to get done quickly, and try it 50 times, 60 times, but then you might have just one where, and this has happened, like where I just write a song on the day that I get the production, or that I do the production, and I'm done. Like it's probably like one of the best that I've written, or one of the best that I've recorded, mixed, and everything. So, I think that I did show you guys, but I put one of my tracks in for like a competition.
Yeah. I've heard about that. Yeah.
And normally, like before that, I was just rapping and stuff like that. This is like the proper first soul track I've written, and this was recorded when I went out on like a Friday night, and a few things, I guess, happened that, I have like feelings for this person, and things are not working right, and I can't do anything to change it. So I need to put my frustration somewhere. And I just hit that beat, and I'm just like, yeah, like I can give you the finer things. I can give you, what you need, and all that thing was going in my head, like in the Uber, and then my producer sent me like 3 beats, and I just clicked on the beat, just listened to it, and I'm like, man, I feel like singing, like I feel like, yeah,
it just
like,
synced up.
Yeah, I feel like first I sang the hook, like in like the beginning part, and I'm like, to me, the first time where I'm like, that really sounded good, the way that you layer the voice on that, like that sounded good. So legit, that track took me probably 35 minutes.
Yeah, see, and like I said, it's that inspiration of the time, that you just need to all get it out.
It's a time experience, the whole like, from the process of not even thinking about recording to finishing with a track that you're just like, it's like pretty much one of the best tracks I've written, or the best tracks that I've freestyled, because it comes from pure feeling, and people can hear that, and I can hear it. Like I still listen to it when I do try and send it to people and things like that, and I don't like it when people play it, like, because it's got that memory of it to me.
So when you're in front of a crowd, right, how shit scared are you? From 0 to 1,000,000.
If I'm being honest, if it's people that I don't know, I'm fine.
Okay.
So
you can get up there and just do it.
I can do that. But if it's people there that I know, I have an issue with.
That's why we haven't been invited to any of the shows.
No, but for real, like when I do release my next project, I am going to be hosting a party. And you guys will definitely be invited.
Oh, we'll be there. Absolutely.
Absolutely. No, but I'm absolutely the same. When I'm in front of people giving a talk, and I don't know them, it's like minimal preparation,
ready to rock and roll,
walk in with confidence, deliver right. As soon as I've got people that I know, and it's like, I need to have this script down pat. I need to need to know every single word that I'm saying and the order, and this has to be practiced 100 million times.
I feel like I need to bring something more to it, like because I guess the first time I did it in front of people that obviously like I know and always supported me, is that they, here and there they've heard me live, but in a proper setting, and they're all cheering me on and saying things before, I can't wait, to hear you, or, I can't, like, it's going to be great, like, you'll be fine and all that. And I'm just like, what was the first line? What was the first verse? Like, what is the first verse? Because it comes down to that. Like, if I get the timing wrong on the first verse, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And I don't want to let everyone down, and I'm having a good time, and I want to get this right.
Do you know what part of I reckon it is, though? the people that you know that come along, right? They're not necessarily your like ideal person that you're performing for. They're not like that ideal. Yeah, I'm up here for these people, but you know me, and you might not actually necessarily like what I'm doing or get what I'm doing, and they're probably going to be very judgmental because they might not just get it. Whereas you got like your other people are like, they're here to listen to R&B, they're here to listen to the tunes, and you know what I mean. They're here to have a great time. But yeah, grandma's at the back, and you're like, "Hi, grandma."
Yeah. Yeah.
Back in my day, there was a violin and a...
Yo, shout out to my nanny. She loves my music.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she doesn't care if I curse on it.
Yeah.
You know, my dad doesn't care, but my mom does.
Yeah.
But she's like, I told her, like, you know, like if you stomp your foot on the ground, like, don't you yell, "Oh, fuck," or something like that.
You can say fuck you.
Yeah,
That's all good.
If I'm angry with a certain emotion, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
Like,
See, people who don't like the word fuck, it's a word that's got so many uses and context to be used, and I think it's got its place.
It's a nice casual swear word.
Yes.
And I think that's what I love about it the most.
I enjoy saying fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah. Fuckity fuck.
yeah.
And it's got so many contexts, and I love it. And I don't understand why so many people... I think it's just a historical thing where people are just like, "Oh, but it's always been like that. We can't say it." Time and place. I don't know, if I said it all the time, you know, we might be called. So we only do one fucks.
Yeah.
I like my...
I feel like I'm singing it tonight.
Oh, mate. I'm just here talking to my good musician friend here. You're not just pulling out the singers. It's like,
this is a very rare occasion, and I'm going to enjoy this moment.
You better.
And I don't have anyone else shutting me down. So it's great.
Next episode, we'll bring Alice in. So, what can we expect next? You said you got some more projects in the work coming up, and hopefully some more live performances and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'm working on getting a few new gigs and performances, and
what's the hip? I mean, you know, I'm used to the rock scene and stuff like that. What's the hip hop scene like in Melbourne?
There's a few things. There are underground like performances.
Yep.
There's obviously, you know, busking and things like that. On like you know, Collins Street and stuff like that. I've had a look at getting like a license, permit for it.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Libertarian over here. Busk wherever the fuck you want, people.
Now, there are noise complaints, and you know.
They can go fuck themselves. Don't live in the city.
Yeah. Exactly. And I've actually got probably 4 tracks already done.
Oh, wow.
For the next album.
That's going to be a full LP release, not an EP. Because EP came out, like I said, in April.
Yeah.
And those are more of like, I think, a birthday sort of.
Yeah, the story about that one was I wanted to just drop one song, and it was called Homie in the Sky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so just recently, a few years back, or not few, like a year and a half back, like I've had like a mate who's just dealt with like a lot of issues with I guess like suicidal thoughts and things like that, and I just wanted to be like, just release some stuff, dedicated song to him, release something you know, heartfelt out. And then I felt like, you know what, I feel like I need to put more energy into it, and just release an EP.
Yeah.
And that didn't take me long to make. Obviously Home in the Sky did, and it was hard to make that one. But yeah, I just felt like turning 25 on April 6th, having a song called, or even a line saying I turned 25, like I'm glad to be alive, or, you know, and I'm alive, sort of play on that, and have it like 5 tracks, because I just felt like that was a nice sort of, I guess, just number. for it.
And a good way to express all the stuff
Yeah,
that you had in your
yeah,
mind and
yeah.
stuff like that.
And I don't think that, I don't know like how it turned out, but I know people did listen to it, but it didn't have the same impact, obviously, as the album, and it was overlooked a bit.
I think in regards to that, and I understand, I actually quite liked the EP because I think it was like a short burst of feelings when it all came out. I think it wasn't as poppy
Yeah.
as the album. Like, like I think there was a song on the album, I can't remember the song's name, but with the female vocalist that was really, really overly poppy. And just looking at some of the stats on Spotify, that was one of the ones that, and obviously the single you released had lots of hits, but I guess the EP was far more melancholy in nature. Which I thought the lyricism on that was some of your better work.
Appreciate that.
So, but I think in the pop sense, I can understand why people were sort of like the album a lot more.
I understand that part.
It's going to be a bell curve. It's going to be a bell curve.
Yeah.
There's one band.
Oh, that's stats, man.
And I won't. It'll be a bell curve, right?
Yo, tell me where the top is, yeah?
Yeah. There were people listen, all that kind of stuff. It's the same with the amount of people who listen to our shows. It's a bell curve. But to me, there's one band that I see. They don't actually do many they do probably like 3 or 4 gigs a year in Melbourne. Mm-hmm. And I love going there. And then of those 3 or 4 gigs, probably once, maybe twice, if I'm lucky, they'll play the song that I fucking love.
Yeah.
Right? And other people may or may not like it. But you know what? Like that, when they play it live and I'm there, I just go into another world.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I couldn't give a shit if everyone else in this place hated that song. You're connecting with me right now.
That's the best.
And I feel like I'm in it's really hard to describe. I am just.
Yo, when I saw Drake for the first time, I dropped my phone, man. Like, like this ain't like, it was so surreal to me because I used to like break rules at home watching Degrassi.
Right.
And I used to break because obviously you couldn't see it, and now looking at it I was like, whoa, like I saw the first episode like the other day. I'm just like, yo, I didn't realize how deep that was. The first episode was like, I didn't even know how that was on ABC. But anyway, and
probably a Labor government.
Oh, I was going to say now with the budget cuts.
Had to put that in there. And Drake used to pretty much just have a mic and just write raps, and he used to have do you remember the MySpace? Yeah, so he used to have a MySpace account, and he used to release his like songs on their mixtapes.
Hang on a second, you say that as if we didn't have a MySpace account.
I know, we're not that old, mate.
I had a MySpace account.
I didn't.
Did you have a MySpace account, Turch?
I reckon it still might be up.
Yo,
I don't even think they delete those things.
Mine's not deleted. Did you have a MySpace account?
No, I didn't.
All right, okay. So there's
look at the young guy here.
Oh, the youngin.
I remember dial-up, buddy boy.
No, I remember.
There's only like a year or two between, but that's enough to differentiate.
I remember
MySpace era versus not.
I remember dialogue. I'll be like, yo, hey, no one needs to use the phone, yeah? Just plug.
Need to get on that Pornhub that I'm talking about here,
and he used to release like mixtapes and stuff, and I used to download it, and then I don't know, maybe I'm petty, I don't know, but when people like start, you want to see your favorite artist grow, right?
Yep.
Like you want to see them do well, but then you just at shows and you're just like, man, this person just knows one song and pretends like, I'm Drake's biggest fan. I'm like, get the fuck out. Like, I was here from the beginning,
I'm exactly like that when Ruckus plays, right?
Yeah.
And they do country and western. And the amount of people are there singing songs that they don't know, their cover of one of the Dixie Chick songs, amazing.
There you go. Kieran will be singing a Dixie Chick song next episode.
I don't know any Dixie Chick songs.
Apart from that cover, obviously. Yeah. No, I felt the same thing. I was always a big Santana fan growing up, and that sort of made my transition from classical guitar into modern. And seeing him for the first time, I actually went with my whole family And my dad was a big Santana fan. Mum and my brother not so much. But I just remember telling my mum to be quiet. I was like, I need to listen to all of this.
Yeah.
Because it was just, it's one of those things that just inspires you to keep playing and do more music and all that sort of stuff.
So who else are your musical heroes, or who do you want?
I've got like my top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My top 5. Number 1 is J. Cole.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Kendrick.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3 is J. Rock.
Yeah.
And number 4 is Black Thought.
Uh-huh.
So he's the rapper from The Roots.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
And 5 is probably, I would have to put
Dr. T.
Yeah,
Dr. T.
Dr. T. Yeah.
I
Probably-
referred to myself there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought me, maybe. Dr. Turch.
Obviously, Biggie.
Yeah.
Was like, obviously he's not even part of the conversation. Like he's someone that's like I've listened to for a long time, because he was the first rapper to actually rap on R&B beats.
Yeah.
And
Sort of that turning of
Yeah.
tides within the pop.
yeah. So everyone thinks, I feel like there's always like a fight over who started this rapping and singing thing. There's always like a conversation between like about it, who started it. I'm like, well, when rap was out, when hip hop was out, like it came from blues, right? It's always been there. It's just more like, I guess, more people want to play with it again, and that's what I'm doing. But I'm obviously, I have a different sound where I like to mix soul to it. I like to mix, R&B. Sometimes I'll go straight up like rap. So, yeah.
Do you have any mentors? Like, do you connect in the world of going like, hey, you're like ahead of me. You've got like bigger crowds. Because comedians, like new comedians that enter the scene, generally find their way and get partnered with another comedian,
Like a bigger comedian.
a bigger comedian that they
sort
can
of do the support act thing. Same as rock bands and stuff.
yeah,
They go,
and can aspire to
Yeah.
or get coaching or anything like that. Is that happening in the R&B scene?
At the moment, it's okay. We're talking about Australia here.
Yeah.
Do you know any Australian rappers?
No.
oh, what's that? The one that did that song about sweaters.
360.
Oh, Cosby.
Yeah. Yeah, Cosby
Oh, yeah,
Sweaters,
there's 3-6. Yeah, and there's
They're rappers, aren't they?
Hilltop Hoods or whatever.
Yeah,
Hilltop
yeah.
Hood's
Hilltops.
another one.
So
The guys that did from New Zealand.
Did you know Hilltop Hoods in JB Hi-Fi is classified under skip hop, not hip hop?
Right.
Oh, the skippity
Yeah.
skippity hop.
So
How patriotic.
so to answer that question, no.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. I do look up to a dude from Sydney. His name's B Wise. I actually saw him at like a pretty cool story actually. Like, do you know Chance the Rapper?
Yeah.
So I met Chance.
Nice.
And yeah, like, we talked for a bit and we've got a photo together, which was like crazy to me. And then B Wise was a dude that I remember seeing his face somewhere, but I just didn't know where I saw it. And I remember a song. He's got this like sweet song. It's called 21 Questions. Hopefully I'm not saying that wrong. It's either 20 or 21. 21 obviously was 50 Cent, but yeah, and he killed that stage. And he just performed at Splendor in the Grass.
Yeah.
And he had a huge like turnout, and he was shocked that he had a huge turnout. But he's someone that I look up to.
Yeah.
And I've got a list actually of all the recording labels in Australia that I want to send my music. I just don't feel like I've got the right one yet.
Right.
No, but you send them to like, you don't send them to
this
the
idea man over here.
yeah. No, but you don't send them to the one that you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. You've got to you've always got to start with, and it's the same for anyone who's going for a job interview, right? Start with the people who you don't give a shit about whether you get in or not.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to go for like the Sonys or the Universals or anything like that. I'm going for like, someone who's, like a
You want to be
small-
rejected, and then you want to turn around later, and you know what? Like in however long it's turn around and go,
I've had
fuck
that-
you didn't accept me. These guys did. You missed your opportunity.
I've done that
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah,
Oh, do you want me to tell you a cool story?
fucking do it.
yeah.
All right, I'll tell you a cool
I
story.
love it when we stick it to the man.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess there's one mini story first. I had a producer, right? And he was more of a, like, I guess, like an older fella, right? But he loved hip hop. Like you could tell his passion was hip hop. This dude was living like in like a warehouse, and his half of the warehouse he was living in, the other half was like a hip hop studio.
Right.
That's how dedicated it was to it. And dude had talent for sure. But it was like a trap scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a few songs with him, with productions and things like that, and it was sort of on the day recording. Like I didn't have time to prep. I didn't have time to memorize it. I didn't have time to go back and review.
So internalize all the music
yeah,
and all,
yeah.
understand what was,
Yeah.
what was needed. And
Exactly. And so what I did was I'm just like, you know what, like I'll give him like maybe one more track. And dude was like, oh, I got my laptop broken. I need you to like drive me there and come back. Like, so I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And then stuff like that, like just I could see that maybe because he wasn't paying me for the views I was getting. Like I was getting like 2,000 views.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And I didn't get paid for it. Like obviously the expenses and things like that were paid for, but I didn't get paid for it. So I'm just like, well, I've got other people that are messaging me from, like the States, to be like, here's some beats for you and we'll give you commission. We'll give you, royalties and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, so I asked him, he's like, oh no, like, that was a grade, even though it was nothing great. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to turn up. And then when I met Chance and I had a couple of songs that I recorded myself, he was calling. Yeah, he was calling.
Yeah.
And
that must have been a good feeling.
oh, for sure, man. And this is not even like if I didn't take that step, right, I'll be still doing trash beats.
Yeah.
So I needed to do that. Next, the other story is probably like one of the best days of my life.
Yeah.
And I think like you guys seen the photo, but I've got this producer that we, mad love, everything crazy, talented dude. But he did a few things where, this is all settled now. It's fine. It's more than fine. But I wrote this full song, right? Lyrics were like out of this world for me. Like thinking about it, how good it was to me. I needed to record this shit right now on the beat. And he gave me this beat and it had like a hook on it. Beat was like, it was like poppy.
Yeah.
But I knew this everyone would like just go crazy over. I recorded. I sent it over. He's like, oh, sorry, bro. I sold it. I sold the beat rights to someone. And I'm like, okay. So what does that mean? He's like, oh, that's exclusive. Like, you can't use it. I'm like, okay, cool. I just spent like a week writing it. Recorded it. It's probably like one of the best things. Right? Anyway. I'm like, fuck. Like, this was probably like one of the worst feelings I've had. I put so much into it. Like, it's so hard to explain. Anyway. So I'm just like, okay, you know what? This is like the second time that you sort of done this. I don't want to work with you no more. Like, it was great working with you, but I'm not going to work with you anymore. I rock up to the Kendrick concert right?
Kendrick Lamar. There.
Kendrick Lamar.
I was about to say that. Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar's concert.
I know that name.
Yes.
It is quite popular
Um,
on the audio waves.
Audio
Yeah.
waves.
I'm in the GA. I'm in the GA section, right? Waiting.
That's General Assembly.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man. The best seats in there. Well, not seats, but and
That's standing room. A standing room in GA.
yeah, and this bodyguard, like this bodyguard, sort of like security went up to me, and just like, yo, they were going through, and I think they picked like 2 people or 3 people from that line, and just like, you know, you need to see me in 5 minutes. I'm like, fuck, like what's going on?
Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Yeah,
He-
you are
He only
fucked.
beat up 3 people. I mean,
yeah, legit. And he's just like,
We need to beat someone up. We need to show the crowd that we're not
Exactly.
we're not fucking around.
Exactly.
You know, it's
try to
gonna-
get your ticket refunded. It's
Exactly.
fine.
exactly. He
We'll pay your
goes-
hospital bill, yada yada yada. But it's business. Don't
Yeah.
take it personally.
Exactly. And he's just like, yo, you know, you need to come with us and stuff, and like I'm super hyped. Like I've got like the Black Panther thing on. So if you don't know, Kendrick Lamar, he pretty much like put the Black Panther soundtrack together.
That's Black Panther. I did have done a movie review on that film.
I think
Yeah.
you did. I can't
Yeah.
remember what episode.
I think it got 2 stars.
Oh, there's not a lot of leg room.
Okay.
Legroom was
He's
fine
got-
if I recall.
He's got a very odd way of
It
reviewing.
was. I ordered a hot
Wait,
dog
wait,
and they,
yo,
That's
yo,
the hot dog.
and
That's
they
right.
didn't.
You're
deliver.
reviewing the experience in the cinema.
Yeah.
That's the cinema's problem, man.
No,
Don't tell him that.
no.
It's funny if you
Okay,
don't tell him
wait.
that.
Let me finish the story.
Sorry.
Cause like, yeah, you gonna bust.
If I had known whoever the singer is, Kendrick Lamar, they
Yes.
might have bumped it up half a star.
Oh, there you go.
Might have.
Okay. And yeah, so he pulls me in and goes, listen, 5 minutes, come and see me. You know, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, okay. Like, why is my name crossed out? I'm thinking I bought like a fake one.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, your ticket, it's pretty, you know, it's not legit. I'm like, what? Like, I bought it from Ticket.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not legit, man. And like, because I was a bit tipsy because I had some pre-drinks, and I'm like, okay, what are you telling me right now? And he's like, yeah, sorry, mate, your ticket is it's not legit. And I'm like, okay, is this because of there's so many scalpers that took the first show, right?
Yeah.
So the second show, I got it from Ticket Day, and I'm like, okay, that's crazy. He's just like, yeah, I just need to wait here. And then he's like, come with me. I'm like, okay, whatever.
So this is the part where you're about to get built up.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah. Like, and
Down the back alley.
exactly, we go into Rod Laver,
Yeah.
and then he takes me down to this elevator.
Oh, no, shit.
Yeah,
Probably smells of piss
exactly.
and all that terrible stuff that goes
Exactly,
on.
yeah. The
Yep.
elevator goes down. I walk out and I'm just like, fuck, this is a room like, it's pretty much like where the car park is, like underground car park. And in this room, and like I'm hearing like R&B, hip hop music come like blasting.
And you're thinking, oh no, they've captured more of these R&B people. They're
Exactly.
going to sacrifice them all.
Exactly.
That's how Kendrick Lamar gets his spirit from other artists. He just sucks it all in.
You need to get rid of all the competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm walking, and and I see that there's just a room which is sort of divided. And anyway, so I'm walking that way, and they're
So
like,
they're segregating females and males.
no, it's just like me and like a couple of other
Him and
people.
everyone else.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. And they're like, take out your phone, take out your wallet, take out anything on your person. I have my hat on, and they're like, oh, let me
Take away your gun and your knife.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. My strap on and shit.
It was him that was fucking those women with the random item.
Yeah. But anyway, so I'm walking, and I walk around the corner, and so this room has like, you know when there's like 2 rooms, but it's connected with like a massive
Door,
door. and it looked like there was a door there, but it was just a bit open. Anyway, this huge Irish dude comes up and puts his hand on my shoulder, and he's just like, "Yo, be respectful, man. Like, I know you will be and stuff like that, but I gotta say this to you." I'm like, "What?"
Don't know what's going on.
Anyway, I walk there. I walk above, and there's Kendrick Lamar sitting on the couch,
There you go.
and I'm just like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, I put my hands in the air. I'm like, "No, I can't do this shit. Like, I can't." And he's just like, "Yo, what's going on?" And the first thing I say is, "What's up, man?"
Yeah, keep it real chill.
Fucking idiot.
That is an A+ response right there.
Exactly.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, you come.
Did
to
I say
my
A+?
music.
That is a 10 out of 10 response.
Yeah, and I just
High distinction response.
exactly. And I just said, I'm like, what's up? He's just like, just dab me, like knuckle hit. And he's just like, "Yo, just keep doing what you're doing." And he just told me like these 3 things. He's just like, I told him like, you're massive like inspiration to me. Like, I know you probably get that a lot, but like I'm real, and I want this shit like really bad. And I had his like Nike Cortezes on, like his signature ones. And I'm like, "Do you like these?" He's like, "Yeah." And he full like, like sort of like brushed the side of it. I'm just like, I think I might just take this off and not even go to the concert.
Done.
Like, just go home. And so like we took a photo, and he just told me, man. He's just like, "Bro, speak your truth. Just be loyal. Just do everything that you want to. I'm getting like a bit. I need to show you what he actually said. I full wrote it down on my phone as soon as we talked. After it.
Imagine meeting your idol like that. Like I would love to meet. Like, I've had the opportunity like to like take a photo with like Omar Rodriguez Lopez from the Mars Volta and at the drive-in and stuff like that. I've had the opportunity like to play with some people that I love, or have a master class with some really famous guitarists, just to ask a question to them and get this close to them. I can't imagine like sitting on the same couch with someone just that you respect so much, and then getting individualized words of wisdom.
Yeah, it's
Turch, you get individualized words of wisdom from me like every other day.
Yeah.
Are you not honoured to be opposite me?
Let me get the last words of wisdom that you sent to me. I'll be there about 455. Yeah, that was
ish.
So what did Kendrick Lamar, what wisdom did he?
He just said, I told him what I would say to someone that doesn't understand, like a hip hop artist in Australia, right? I said, "Listen, how do I show everyone, or get people to listen, or get people to at least, have a ear out for a country and for like a culture where it's not as popular, or it's not as, I guess."
It's not the
It's not promoted. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not promoted as much. And he's just like, yeah, it's a tough one. But he just said, don't wait. Don't wait. Don't lose focus. Speak your truth, and they'll listen. And I'm just like, and the way that Kendrick said it though, like, I'm just like, yo, that's
it.
Yeah, that's it. And like, like the, and that's the photo, man. Like.
Bloody beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't understand. I didn't know that he did like. So he, I guess, I wasn't that like really hurt, but obviously, I didn't know he was doing meet and greets though.
Yeah.
But I had a proper conversation, obviously, and that's something that I'll never forget, obviously. So that
This is
a cool
the thing,
story.
right? You shouldn't wait on other people.
No.
And other people will bring you down.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you've for me, I don't know, my biggest learning experience anyway is when I'm shitting myself, fucking do it. and that's like the biggest.
All right, I'm shitting myself, and I thought you were on the toilet for some reason.
No, but
Wait, that's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, absolutely. When I'm about to shit myself, fucking do it.
It's the healthiest way, man.
When you're
Natural,
scared
it's clean.
shitless, just bloody do it. Because that's when the best. I reckon that's when the best things happen.
Yeah.
And when you throw yourself out there, you just go take all those opportunities that
because
come.
like it's one of those things where it's like you either do it or you don't. But
I think
if you do it, you have a chance of, either yes or no, right? You don't even get those options if you don't.
Yeah, the only things that I regret are the opportunities that I didn't try to do. You sort of go, yeah, I should have. I didn't I had the opportunity. I should have done this. You don't regret the stuff that you've done. I think it's like the whole thing. It's a lot easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission.
Oh yeah, I always go for the ask for forgiveness.
That's right. You just go, sorry, I stuffed that one up. Fuck it.
yeah.
Can I say though, because I'm now working in a corporate center with all these corporate-y people, which is fucking hilarious as well.
Oh, coffee.
Because I'm just like, what? I don't understand it. Anyway, they shouldn't really put startups in front of like people who actually want to get shit done.
No.
I mean, we want to get shit done too, but we also like to drink. Not gonna lie, 2:00 on a Friday, it's beer o'clock.
It's beer o'clock, yeah.
Absolutely. Where was I going with this?
I don't know. But you know what, Kieran?
Do you have an article for us?
I was going to say, I think we're going to thank Ike. That was amazing. There's so much in there for everyone to enjoy. We will be getting a small performance by him at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, it's time to play everyone's favourite game on this show,
Ooh.
which is High, Drunk or Sober. Now, we've got a special guest here. Kieran, it's you versus Ike.
Okay.
Now, Ike, this is a very simple game.
Okay.
I read a couple of headlines and a bit
Yep.
of a blurb about an article.
Okay.
And you guys have to decide, battling it out,
Yeah.
if this person was high, drunk, or sober.
I drunk or sober. Okay.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah,
It's pretty
Okay.
fun. Let's all enjoy it. The first article is: man arrested after smearing human poop on supermarket food. A Florida man is currently facing charges after smearing human poop on food in a supermarket. He was charged with petty theft and criminal mischief after he smeared human poop on food in the Family Dollar. It was unclear of the origin of said poop, whether it was Pierce's, who was the gentleman, or it belonged to another man, and the arresting officer didn't bother to ask that question. Was this man high, drunk, or sober? Do you want to start us off, Kieran?
I'm going to say drunk.
He was drunk. Ike, what do you think?
Bro, his name's Pierce. He was definitely sober.
He was definitely sober. I'm sorry, everyone. He was high.
Oh wait, you actually know these things.
Yeah, I actually
I
know.
thought we were just playing like, which is okay,
No,
cool.
I know the answer. All right, to the next one. So both on 0 points. Florida man attacks partially blind person in minion costume. Looks like Guru might have some competition for most despicable. The Steve Carell voiced supervillain was known for hanging around the millions in the Universal Despicable Me film franchise. The police can't say the same for the Florida man accused of attacking a partially blind man in a minion costume on the Daytona Beach sidewalk on Sunday night. Officers say Ryan, who was 25 years old, got rough with the victim, who was standing in a costume promoting a nearby shop. Was this gentleman who beat up the partially blind person in a minion costume high, drunk, or sober?
I'm going to go with drunk.
Just gonna go drunk.
I
Ike.
think he was sober.
He was sober, and he's the winner here. 1 point to Ike. The
well
man
done.
was sober. Last one, Kieran. Can you bring it back? Let's have a go here.
Tough competition.
Yeah.
Competition. Florida man calls 911 to ask for a ride home. According to the county sheriff's office arrest report, on July 1st, the 27-year-old Freeport man called the 911 emergency service on 3 separate occasions requesting a ride home. Dispatchers told the man to call the non-emergency line if he needed assistance, but the man began cursing and became belligerent, according to the report. Was this gentleman high, drunk, or sober?
He was high.
He was
Locking high.
Locking high. What do you
Wait,
reckon?
there's a non-emergency assistant line
Yeah, I know.
to get a lift home.
Yeah, it's called a cab.
Yo, is it like a free Uber?
Yeah.
Like just doing that. So I need to go home.
Yeah, but I don't want to pay. I'll
I
just
don't
call.
wanna pay.
Exactly, yeah.
So Kieran, you have said the gentleman was high. Ike, what do you reckon?
I reckon he was high.
He was high, and he was at 1 point apiece, but that means Ike, our guest today, is the winner, and our defending champion will have to come back next episode to defend his title. Kieran, you're not doing too well at these anymore.
Yeah, but that was the bonus round.
That was the bonus
That was
round.
the bonus
round.
That was the bonus round. You did very
And
well.
as the co-founder and CEO, I get that triple points.
And he will be back next episode. for more. Kieran, do you have another article? Or Ike, do
Oh,
you have an
does
article
Ike
for
have an
us?
article?
Oh, I do. Well, I've got a few actually.
Oh, well, we'll
Um,
choose one that you like the most, or you can do a rant. We're
Okay.
nice and open for you here.
All right. Now you guys do you know like the Kardashians?
Ugh. Do I know the Kardashians? I've
Well-
seen that porno.
Yeah.
Also related to the Mike OJ case.
Where did that come from?
Get rid of the mic. The OJ. I'll just shut up.
If the
yeah.
glove.
The glove does not fit. You must acquit.
Chewbacca does not live on Endor.
He's using the Chewbacca defense.
Oh no.
Um,
So what's happened in the world of the Kardashians over
so
there?
like Kylie Jenner, like the youngest of the twins.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
vaguely.
sure. Oh,
She,
can't
she's
be
the
youngest,
one. She's
but-
not the supermodel one. She's the one having. She's
Yeah,
not the supermodel one.
Not the supermodel one.
Right.
So like she does like cosmetics,
Yep.
like brands and stuff. She made like stacks of money,
Yep.
and so people that actually like the fans. She hasn't become a billionaire yet, so her fans have set up a GoFundMe page to donate money to someone who's already got hella money to reach to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
millionaires don't have a satisfactory life.
Yeah,
I actually heard about this.
Yeah.
Actually heard about this. Yeah.
yeah,
Real,
and I couldn't. I'm like, no way. Like,
yeah. How
Hang
could
on.
this be real? It sounds
If
like
you
satire.
had, I'm sorry, I don't know how rich, but if she's got like multi-million-dollars,
Yeah.
if she's not investing in the right like pathways to get $1 billion in like 10 years' time, she's an idiot. Take all her money away from her.
yeah.
It's pretty amazing for a girl she's what, nearly got $1 billion and getting free money from people who just want to give her money, all because her sister sucked a dick once.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's for me the most amazing thing.
That's yeah.
Turch, if you can go suck a dick, and I will be on our pathway to be billionaires.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We only do one day podcast. How'd you get
Yeah.
big? Well, Turch. He really took
You
one
should
for the
see
team.
the video.
He really took one for the team. That dildo test was just the beginning. Oh yeah, we did a dildo test in episode 6.
Did ya?
We did.
Oh no, wait! I think I did watch that one. That was a video, yeah.
Yeah, that was the video
Yeah,
one,
I've seen
yeah.
that one.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
was off gallivanting around saving the world at the time, and I had to
Yeah,
take
yeah.
over.
Nah, I legit saw that one. Yeah.
That's a good episode. Good episode.
So like, there's like tweets and stuff from people that
Yeah,
are
yeah,
just like dumbfounded about it. Like, this person's like literally people dying everywhere, and people are choosing to donate to Kylie Jenner's GoFundMe instead. You're like, y'all sick in the head. If you actually give money to Kylie Jenner's GoFundMe, but can't spare some change to a charity organization or even a homeless person, that speaks a lot about your ignorant ass. What do you say? Y'all will give money to GoFundMe that's trying to make Kylie Jenner a billionaire, yet thousands of children that have cancer have already. Like, yeah. Like, who the fuck is paying this Kylie Jenner GoFundMe? I just want to talk.
It's a pretty good. I don't know if because like the Jenners. What's the mum's name? She's the manager, isn't she?
Yeah, I
memory.
think so.
I can't remember the name, but I just know that like
Oh, Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
I feel like she's pushing a lot of this sort of stuff.
Kylie
like,
Jenner reportedly makes more than $1 million per Instagram post.
Yeah.
you know how much we get? 0. And I do comedy gold all the time.
Yeah, you got over 5,000 somethings the other day.
I did. I found an article about a guitarist.
All you need is like arse implants, fam.
Okay, Kieran, take one for the team. You get the arse implants. I'll suck a dick.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Don't have to suck it for long. He's got osteoplants forever. Oh, far out. Yeah, look, if you're not, Kieran,
Yeah.
I think what we should do is we should stop people from donating money to what was her name? Kylie Jenner, Kendall. Which one is it? Kylie. They should stop doing that, and they should. You should set up our Patreon account.
Yeah, it's on the way.
It's on the way.
Yeah.
And you should give your money to us and help support the show and for us to get lovely guests like IKE Major on more often. Nice. I've got a quick article, Kieran, and then we'll wrap up the show.
All right, but before you do that,
Yeah.
you like donuts.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Everyone likes donuts.
Yeah, what am I?
I just thought I'd love to fill you in with this.
I get it. Filled in with donuts. Okay.
Oh my god, I didn't
that
even
was
get
great.
the
That
pun.
was fantastic.
Frederick man tried to bribe officers with donuts.
Well done. Is that it?
Yeah, that's about
That's
it.
it.
That's about it.
And they took him.
Well, Kieran, I know how you like people not working and getting paid.
I am a big fan of that.
Okay. Are you ready for the greatest story of bureaucracy and a person that I am aspiring to be?
Okay.
A Spanish public servant skipped work for over a decade. A public servant earning $80,000 a year managed to skip work for a decade, instead using his free time to run a male brothel.
Hang on. So he was being paid for 10 years.
10 years, $80K a year.
$80,000 a year
Yeah.
for 10 years for no one. Like, that's brilliant because, like, what a terrible. Hang on. What a terrible manager he had not to realize that his staff wasn't there. And then, obviously, the manager must have been on leave or something for 2 weeks, didn't realize he had a new employee, and then he never turned up and just kept cashing in the paycheck.
Yeah, basically.
And no one saw him.
Yeah.
So no one knew that he existed.
So, Carlos Rico, who was paid €50,000 or $80,000 salary as an archives director in Valencia's...
An archives director. No one knows where the archives director is.
would show up every morning at 7:30 to clock in with a fingerprint scanner before heading home, only to return at 3:30 to clock out.
Oh my god.
Because he's in archives.
Yeah.
No one needs archives.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's all online now. So with all that paper stuff, it's just... I worked at a place and they had this person who did this door was open once. And I was like, there's a door there?
Yeah.
And someone's like, yeah, that's the archives. And I was like...
We have an archives?
Yeah. And then who's got that job?
Yeah. Like cash, super chill. Well, this guy here, Rico was finally sacked after that, despite his insistence that he'd done nothing wrong. And he stated, "I've only done what they have asked me to do." He maintained that he worked from home. "No one can show me a photograph in which I'm in the cafeteria. I'm a man of action. I do documentation work out of the office. I work the work of a slave. Working like a slave means I work so others get the fruit of my labor." The tribunal found that there was no evidence that Mr. Rico had performed any of his jobs that he claimed, and he'd not even logged into the corporate network since 2012, despite having his own computer. It was also found no evidence for the claim that he told his superiors that he didn't have a desk following his office reallocation, or that he'd been assigned external projects to create an inclusive arts center. And but he had been busy in other ways. In his free time, Mr. Rico was making a name for himself in the erotic comic book artist and creator of the popular character Falarella, a busty superhero who hurls flaming Valencia oranges at her enemies. And he'd also been running a male brothel out of his home since 2005.
He's an idiot. He only needed to do actually probably 1 day of work a week.
Well, you know what?
week.
He stated that he would go in and get his fingerprints done. So...
Because
I'm
my
very
strategy...
impressed. 10 years.
For 10 years, though.
10 years he pulled this off.
See, lots of people think
I don't reckon
that
you could pull it off for a week.
Lots of people... Right now, because I'm not going in tomorrow. Right now, I have a jacket on my chair with a muesli bar.
Oh, half eaten?
No, it's
full
not
one,
it, but
ready to go?
it's turned on its sort of,
Oh, it's sideways.
Yeah, sideways. And there's some papers there, right? So people are going to be like, oh, Kieran's around?
Yeah, he's doing something.
So he must be doing something, right?
Yeah.
up here for... And plus, I'm my own boss, so I can do whatever I want, right? I've just got to make the appearance, people. I've got to make the perception that I'm in the space. Otherwise, in 6 months' time, they'll be like, you never turn up. You can't keep your desk.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I reckon great scam. 10 years. In that time, he became a famous erotic comic book artist and had a male brothel.
Does he have to pay the money back?
It doesn't say it does in the article, but we never know.
Do you know what?
It's their fault for not.
No, yeah,
right.
it is their fault for
Yeah.
not figuring. Like, they found it out, but they should have.
Done
Poor
it earlier.
management. Poor management. Don't blame it on the man. Blame it on the system.
Blame it on the system.
It was like a beat.
Yeah, that was kaboom.
I felt that.
Well, anyway, I think that we'll wrap it up. We do have a very special thing. Ike's going to do some, maybe a little performance for us.
Ooh.
Which is going to be super cool at the end of this episode. So definitely stick around, people. We'd like to thank Ike for coming in.
Thanks, guys, for
We've
having
been
me.
trying to have him on for a while. Like I said, we're looking forward to all your new stuff. Maybe we'll
Thanks,
do
man.
like a live sort of weird thing like this just as you're about to release your new stuff.
Yeah, man. That would
Definitely come
Yeah,
back
absolutely.
and we'll
Yeah.
do all that because it's really cool stuff. So definitely check all of Ike's stuff out. Where can we find you?
You can find me on SoundCloud, Instagram. I've got a Spotify page, iTunes, Tidal, Amazon, Deezer. Yeah, all that.
And which platform do you make the most money off?
It depends. Like most people use Spotify.
Great, and
So-
that's one you're going to make the most money off. So everyone listen to his album on.
No, just
Spotify.
buy my album.
Oh, just buy the album. It's easy as that.
on
Easy as
iTunes.
that.
iTunes.
Support local
Support
artists.
local artists is as simple as that. But I thank
Or
you.
donate your money to Jenna.
One or the other. If you've got an extra 10, how much is the album?
Should be on like $15.
There you go.
Yeah.
$15. It's a small price to pay to help a local artist.
Just add it to your Spotify list.
Yeah, keep making
show
more
them
money.
some love.
Show us some love. That's it. Feel cool saying that.
Do you know what? We need to come up with some kind of thing where you can play like, I'm going to support this artist, and while I'm sleeping, my phone's just going to keep playing their tracks so that they can make more money.
They can do that.
That's all I need.
They can do that. They can do that.
Yeah, you can
We'll
do
get
that.
to talk after this. Anyway, Kieran, thank you for another fantastic episode. It's good to be back.
It is.
We're still waiting for episode 29, but I'm sure that's in the works. And
It is going to be brilliant.
As usual, people, our lovely wankers, our listeners are called wankers. They voted on that.
They did.
funnily
They
enough.
voted. They voted.
Our lovely wankers can follow us on SoundCloud, on iTunes, on YouTube, on Instagram, and Facebook. And obviously, give all those likes and subscribes and all those lovely things to Ike as well. For all your, and that's all for all your wanking needs. And obviously, if you'd like to send in a rant, an article, or anything like that, please email us at weonlydoontakepodcast@gmail.com.
Thank God that's only the short version.
Oh, I know, right? And guys, we will see you next Thursday.
This is a cover of a medley made by Somo with Drake's songs muddled to one and some sweet guitar from Anthony Turch. Yeah.
I might be too strung out of compliments, overdose on confidence, starting not to give a shit and stop fearing the consequence. Drinking every night because we drink to my accomplishments, fading way too long, I'm floating in and out consciousness, and they say that I'm back. I don't agree with that. I just take my time with all these things, I still believe in that. I had someone tell me I fell off, oh I needed that, and they wanna see it pick back up. Where'd I leave it at? I said I'm on one. It takes only one, yeah. I'm on one. Fuck it, I'm on one. So take a shot for me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, take a shot for me. Take a shot for me. I might be too strung out of compliments, overdose on confidence, starting not to give a shit and stop fearing the consequence. Drinking every night because we drink to my accomplishments, fading way too long and floating in and out of consciousness. And they say that I'm bad, I'd agree with that. I just take my time with all these things, I still believe in that. I had someone tell me I fell off, ooh, I needed that, and they wanna see me pick back up. Where'd I leave it at? I said I'm on one. Yeah, fuck it, I'm on one. Yeah, I said I'm on one. We are one.